Storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page line is about to begin. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that was trying to hide. Look on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation. Yeah, here in Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation.
I don't know, man. I don't like this. You want to walk up there or you want to go back out?
All right, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing good. Good to see all the people checking in here for our daily brew. Obviously, tropics are waking up, so we have a lot of people popping back in asking, are you going to go live? We've been live all year. Usually every Monday through Friday. I don't think we're going to be live Wednesday, as I have my first colonoscopy. I don't know if I'm going to be happy enough to do a live. I might be able to sneak it in, so we will see. Wednesday will be tentative. Louis doesn't care. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Let's talk about the weather for the upcoming week. We have tropics popping a little bit. Everybody's getting a little worked up, a little anxious. Nothing is imminent. Nothing is near term. Nothing is solid. Remember, we've had several circles this year already. A couple red ones didn't even materialize. So don't get all worked up over these. These are very common this time of year. What is not common is not having circles, honestly. That is the oddity of not having circles. So we'll dive into all that. We will. We'll talk about the rain coming to Florida. We'll talk about a little weather pattern change this week for the southeast. And we'll talk about tropics first. So we got some diehards with this. We always do some hellos in the morning, a couple minutes. Our Daily Brew is watched across Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We get a lot of folks watching from around the world, so welcome. Big shout out to our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They've been a sponsor of mine now for 5 years, doing a lot of special things, running commercials and doing some exclusives, and they're flying me up to Jack Daniels in a month. We're going to do a barrel selection for ABC. It's going to be a lot of fun, so A lot of our Floridians support them because of us, so we appreciate that. It means a lot. We also have some other great supporters that we talk about all the time. I couldn't do it without everybody, especially you people watching. Jamie, Pablo, Troy Abbott, good morning, Daytona Beach. Loy Rye from Bermuda. If you ever hear fish storm, think of Lori, because she lives in Bermuda. Richard Ford, the dog is like on those Cheech and Chong gummies. If anybody goes on X, that's all the ads I ever see. I don't know. And then Drew Garabo posted it the other day, so I'm like, God, I'm glad it's not only me. So things are hot. Man, we've been talking a lot about the heat. Definitely, yep, Bob, Kelvin. Brian from Sunrise Fire Rescue. Hey, how about that? Hard-working man. And women, I assume. Maybe not there, but I know some female firefighters. I wouldn't want to mess with them, that's for sure. Robert Price, good morning from Brandon. Kristen's tired of the heat. What's up, Ellen? St. Augustine. We camped up at St. Augustine. Very beautiful historical town here in Florida. We love it. Vicky from my favorite spot away from home, Panama City Beach. Make sure you vote for my buddy Mark Sheldon up there. He's taking care of our family a lot. Hoping to get up there for the Gulf Coast Jam. Eric, yeah, 19 years ago, yesterday was Charlie. That's what started it all for me. I try not to post too much of historical storms because there's so many now. But Charlie, we had it coming right towards Tampa Bay. Turned. I was masking taping the windows because that's what everybody else did. I had no idea what I was doing. Masking tape on the windows. And then me being a young 20-year-old, how many years ago was that? I didn't take the tape off, and the Florida summertime heat ruined the windows. So do not tape your windows. That is a myth buster. Hey, Cindy from Norfolk, Virginia. How's it going up that neck of the woods just north of Carolina? Glenn from Pawleys Island. Kiki, good morning. Katie Haley, good morning. Kitchen, good morning. Of course, Shelly, our world famous admin of our social media allergist page. All right, so we'll put down, hey, what's up there, Ian? What's up, Nancy? Oh, my boy, Louie, he knew it was Monday. He's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, dog. So we'll let him down. You want to go down there and see your brother? All right. I love this guy so much. I'll be so sad when he goes. Shelly, otherwise known as Sheila. Had a bummer morning this morning. My security camera went off 3:30 in the morning. I assumed it was going to be a sheriff. They drive by our neighborhood. Car stopped. I knew it was going to be bad. Car was broken into. Glove box was open. Didn't appear like they got anything. However, I posted on our little community message board, and unfortunately, it was an operation of several individuals, and they stole a vehicle about 4 houses down from me. They literally stolen vehicle. So I don't think these were kids looking for whatever. Stolen vehicle, man. And that lady was so sad. I felt so bad. Then I started reading some other neighborhood boards, and apparently another neighborhood got a smashed window. So they were definitely working our area last night, and it's a big bummer. So that was a little depressing this morning, but way it goes. Hey, Mike Soul. Hey, buddy. Cat One. Thank you, buddy. Hey, it's all right. I'm a big boy. All my neighbors are ready to go down. Yeah, I talked to my sheriff buddy down there. He's a big fan of my page. He's like, I know who you are. That was awesome. I love my Pinellas County Sheriff Department. And I'm proud of my city of Oldsmar for increasing their budget because we are usually pretty darn safe up here. So, So anyway, all right, tropics. All right, so when you see these circles, don't panic, right? Man, there's been years we've had a circle on every day of the season. What really is not normal is not having circles. So this is just a initial map from the National Hurricane Center. When you click on the 2-day, I have both these on my website. 2-day, look at that, nothing. So if you're wondering about timing, no tropical activity expected in 2 days. These are waves coming off of Africa. And then they haven't yet established yet, so there's no true center. When they put an X on the spot, it usually means that's kind of a guesstimated center of where that is. But when there's no X, it's just where they think it's going to end up becoming an X. So still a long ways away. And that's that. The long-range modeling, we're going to get into all that here in a minute. But, in the initial stages of anything, it's just impossible to know. This year especially, tropical models have been everywhere. We've had not any sort of consistency with model runs. So it's really hard right now to start putting out guesses, basically, of where they're going to go. So I like to look at Africa. Yesterday, so check this out. So we go to the cyclonic weather site, and he's got some great satellite imagery. So first thing we do, look at this. This is kind of where what's going on over there. This is Africa. We can get another shot right here. We can do there. Let's look at IR. So really had a big system over Africa yesterday, kind of as it does. They go through periods, cycles. So we'll keep an eye on this right here. This area right here is the first one. And this is one of them that they're marking. That's actually still over land, believe it or not. A lot of times these things go over water and they fizzle because they're more mid-level. They don't become a low-level circulation over water. But anyways, this is where we watch. Africa's juicy. Long-range modeling has been predicting increased moisture across the main development region in the upcoming months. So this is one component of tropics, is when Africa is producing a lot of rains, then these are potential future areas to watch. We talk a lot about dust, and right now, currently, there is a lot of dust. There is a wave that we were monitoring that we said would probably fizzle, and it kind of did. Still firing up a little bit, but there's a tremendous amount of African dust out there. If we go to zoom.earth, you can see it. Clear as day. Get it? Clear as day. But look at that. So this is that plume. That's humongous, man. That is crazy. That is all African dust that is left Africa from the Sahara Desert. So this satellite really shows it well, like unbelievable. What we saw with our last wave a week ago, a lot of dust that gets ingested in the upper level atmospheres. It really limits the amount of moisture in the air. You can look at moisture maps, which I love to do too, and look at like water vapor loops. And here's a really good map. So I kind of got burned on the system a week or two ago because it really looked like the atmosphere was juicy, but this atmosphere conditions is not juicy right now. There's a lot of dry yellow air. We have an upper level low right here, which is interesting. I shared this yesterday. So if you look right here, that is an upper level low. And over the years, I would see that, and I would be like, oh my God, look at that. What the hell is that? It's spinning counterclockwise. It's tropical. Well, it's upper level, way up there, way up there. So it looks tropical, but it's not. Actually, when you have these upper level lows, they induce a lot of wind shear. So this is nothing more than that, but it looks pretty on satellite, right? And what it did yesterday, look at this. Follow the storms over here. I got to make my little pointer bigger. All right. So, hey. Yeah, you. Come here. He peeks his little head around the corner. You wait till I'm done with my show before you go to the bathroom. Come here. Am I a bad parent? They have a spot by the door that they always would pee if I didn't get there in time. So I put a pee pad down there. And they use the pee pad. That could be worse, I guess. But look at this yesterday. So follow the upper level low, and it's actually producing some reverse flow across our state. And we had storms yesterday, which was shocking to many people, including me. We had dark clouds here. I'm like, what are those things? 5 o'clock p.m. I'm like, this isn't Florida. We had rain. We had a water spout in St. Petersburg. Water spouts induced by upper level winds. I could see the convection. My buddy Bobby Deskins, he posted a really skinny little funnel cloud down by the Skyway Bridge, and we had these little pop-up storms. Anyway, upper level low. One way you can look at these little guys too is really cool if you want to confirm it. Go over here to the windy site. Look at, we look at things like 850 as a general rule of thumb. These are your lower level winds. Tremendous amount of trade winds blowing through the Caribbean from the east. No sign of low. Go to 250. Holy cow! That's way up in the jet stream. That's way up there. So rarely these make the surface. They take a lot of time if they were, but that's a lot of wind shear. Usually you want a high pressure parked up over low pressure areas, not high. You don't want lows over lows. Lows over low. Anyway, this produces a lot of wind shear. So any wave that came through here would be met with a lot of upper level winds that would beat it up. So upper level lows, bad for storms. All right, so then we can go over here and take a look off of Africa, and you can kind of see what's cooking over here. There's a lot of storms, a lot of convection. It's a waiting game until they plop out on the ocean. All right, so there's a lot of tropical maps. All right, so let's look at the long-range dust. So dust is really thick. You can go to My Fox Hurricane right here. You can see what I'm talking about. Great website. There it is. And look, that is heavy-duty dust right now in the Caribbean, or approaching the Caribbean, over the Middle Atlantic. Heavy. That's the heaviest colors you're going to see on a dust map right there. So, but long-range modeling, I wanted to show you that. I'm not going to lose that real quick. Long-range modeling is kind of sniffing this dust is going to lighten up a little bit. And that's what I want to show you right now real quick. And we can do 10 days here. I didn't know we had it on the cams dust. Oh, it's only 5 days. But anyway, so the brighter yellow, or brighter purples, sorry if you're colorblind, purples in the middle there, it is just really thick concentrations of dust currently. But as we go into 5 days, look what happens. You can just see an overall thinning out of those colors. It's still there, but this is 5 days from now. This is like Friday. Look at Friday. Concentrations of aerosol dust in the atmosphere versus today. Today, Friday. Today, Friday. So one little factor that might help anything get going. And the other thing I want to talk about, then I'm going to take a break and drink some coffee. We have that MJO. We talk about that a lot. I always keep up with the velocity maps. MJO's bouncing around. See, we don't even have blue today. It's not sinking air, right? It's not rising air, excuse me. But the velocity potential here for upper level winds is still hanging on in green toward the end of the month. So anytime you got green on this map across the Atlantic, helps thunderstorms get going. So we'll keep an eye on this. This is going all the way up into the first part of September. So that's one component that might try to help everything. So let's go to the operational run. Well, let's go to ensemble runs first, because I believe the children are our future. Remember that? Where were you when they sang that song? Oh no, that was Whitney Houston. What about We Are the World? Didn't they play We Are the World like on every radio station back in the day? I think I remember that. Every radio station, didn't they all play at the exact same time? I think it was the weirdest thing, right? You flip through your radio dial and it was like every single song was playing. It was incredible. Enough about that. Everybody's saying good morning. I'm ignoring everybody. I'm sorry. All right, so that's going on. Anything to watch Caribbean? Nothing. There's nothing officially to watch anywhere. So right now, tropics are literally nothing at all. We got rain coming, some cooler weather to upper Gulf North, a little bit, like 5 degrees cooler. What's up, Eric? Rays, man, they didn't do too good. But hey, we went to the game on Saturday. We got to see two awesome comebacks Friday, Saturday. It was bad. Cool. All right, so here's your 5-day ensemble map. This is what we look at next. All right, so, ad block. I don't have ads on this site. Ad block. All right, there we go. This is 5 days from now. Basically, 2 clusters of storms. This is Friday, basically. Tuesday, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 5 days from now. So this is Friday. So when I show this map, this is the endpoint of the European modeling. So We could have two waves we're watching on Friday. One would be nearing the Caribbean, but a lot of people down the Caribbean. It's appearing to be a little more of a low rider. The one behind it's appearing to be a little more north. That's 5 days from now. But as we've seen all year, man, once you get past 7 days, a week from now, this could be, next Monday, we can start to see possibly something developing. And then we get into 15 days, and you can pretty much pin the tail on the donkey. You'd have better luck than trying to figure out anything. So nothing worth talking about yet. Steering current's too far away to know. I do like to look at these Spaghetti-O models, though, because Spaghetti-Os are good. Who doesn't love a good bowl of spaghetti? But let's look at the ensembles here, Tropical Atlantic. All right, so this is basically what we're going to look at. Kind of like this one, too, because you kind of see the individually thinking of where they're going. Actually, I like the mean a little better, actually. Let's go this way. Let's go to this one here. So here's your two clusters. This is Saturday. Not a lot of European members. So if one of those waves would develop, they would be somewhere around here this Saturday coming up. If you remember last week, we were joking about the term next Saturday. So nothing's changed. This is all what we've been discussing. If you're wondering, if you thought, think back, we were talking about the following weekend. There could be a little something entering the Caribbean. There's another wave behind it. Where it goes after that, if it even becomes anything, it's impossible. Absolutely impossible. No clarity, no unity, no nothing. So I'm not even going to venture into guessing anything right now because I'd be wrong. Just got something to watch. Spaghetti-Os are kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. You start to see stronger ones. Okay, so high confidence again that we're going to see something later in the week. This is Friday. That's a good cluster for Friday. That's all. And then look at GFS ensembles, even though we don't, but we do. Here we go. GFS ensembles. Atlantic. Let's look at Spaghetti-Os. All right, let's go 5 days. There's 5 days. All right, so the GFS doesn't like the first wave, but it likes the second wave. Let me show you what the GFS is doing. And a little bit of the Euro is doing the same thing. A little bit of support for something coming up here about the same time frame, a week plus. But this is 5 days from now. 7 days from now. 10 days from now. I don't know. Again, I just don't trust the GFS. But if we were to guess what's going on here, GFS is keeping our first system weak. Friday right here. And then down the road, maybe something here. And then the second system more up. And that's kind of what the Euro's doing. So I don't really want to guess. Except watch. If you look at the probability on the Euro color map here, which kind of helps a little bit. This is tropical depression colors. This is more colorful, but again, closing in on the weekend here. High probability, possibly something there. And at one time, there was this wave. All right, so we had that juice yesterday. A lot of the models were showing rain over the weekend in South Florida because of a tropical wave. I don't think they have it designated as a tropical wave today. But if you're wondering, we had a tropical wave that ended up going towards Florida. They kind of had a little bump right there still. So if you remember last week, or a week ago, we were talking about we were showing a lot of ensembles that were camping out here for Friday, Saturday. That kind of happened. Some of that juice helped the rains in Florida this week. So what's going on now is this. We got a frontal line coming down. We got a tropical wave. And what some of these ensembles are starting to show on the Euro, this is the weekend coming up right here. Not a lot of color, but you can just see it kind of lingers, and then it kind of pushes it a little bit to the Gulf. This would be a week plus. That's a long way away. But we have been seeing some GFS pulling up here. So there's a lot of question marks. Just wanted to point that out. We know there's the 2 solid areas being watched by the NHC, but there's still this questionable mark area that would be into next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So nothing to worry about at all. It's just showing up kind of confident. Hit tropical storm button, nothing. So, well, actually, yeah, there is something. Teeny little color. So tropical storm map coverage on the Euro Ensemble blend here doesn't really show a lot usually, but there is a little bit. This is low chances, but this would be like a week from next, basically, next Monday, Tuesday. A little bit of juice. There's area 1, area 2. So that's all. We'll just keep it at that. So there's a question mark here. We have a front coming down this week. It's going to linger, low pressure. Anytime, the high pressure system is going to, in order for anything to develop in the Gulf, basically, or do anything in the Gulf, the high pressure needs to weaken a little bit. Well, we do have signs of this week coming in where the frontal line's coming down. I've been sharing the rain maps, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even next weekend, we might have that high pressure break down a little bit in the Gulf. Well, that would allow a break and things would get pulled upwards. So that rain we got incoming this week, a lot of it has to do with this front line coming down and breaking up that high pressure system, which is going to pull up some tropical wave juice, basically. Definitely increasing the rain chances across Florida this week. So there it is. There's that frontal line. This is the merging. Look at that rain by Shelley. This is Wednesday. But here, frontal line coming down. I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit. Frontal line is coming down, pulling up some tropical juice, breaking up that Atlantic or Gulf high, because now we're going to have low pressure. Low pressure means rain. The reason we haven't had rain and so many people is we got high pressure been blocked over us forever, and high pressures limit rain. So now we got low pressure. This is precipitable water map. This is reds and purples. Reds and purples mean more moisture in the air. More precipitable water in the air means more chances to rain. So there you go. This is Wednesday's precipitable water map. And there's another wave coming up. See it? So very interesting. Let's widen that out a little bit here as we get a little closer to tropical season. So September 10th is the peak season. If you didn't hear last week, the National Hurricane Center reevaluated their preseason forecast and they increased their chances of storms. So they still believe a very busy second half of the season. It doesn't have any bearing on where anything is going to go. They could all be open Atlantic, nothing burgers. But it's worth noting that, Caribbean. All right, so here we go. This is the precipitable water map. It's so fun to look at these. There's your frontal line coming down. It pulls up some juice. There you go. See the merge? It's like 2 love bugs. The love bug season is here. Look at that. 2 little areas become 1 little area. See? Boop. Everybody do it. Ready? Boop. All right. Interesting though, next weekend, remember we talked about wave, right? So we said somewhere around here, entering next weekend. Here it is, right here. This is Thursday, tropical juice. There's Thursday, tropical juice now making it to the islands Friday, Saturday. That's our wave number 1 on the NHC radar. And you can kind of see a little piece breaks off. And no development, but just showing a little moisture, a little bit of moisture going into the following weekend, the 20th. And you can see the other system, it's pulling a little higher. So you can learn a lot from precipitable water maps and what's coming, what's going. Timing map, I always love these to show you now on the bottom of the site right here. So let's just say system right here, Saturday of next week. If it came to the U.S., green means 6 to 7. So it'd still be a week out. So if we get a system here Friday, it would take a whole nother week to get to the continental U.S. if you're wondering. This is a great chart to kind of figure out. So you could do your own thinking. you know, you can kind of say, all right, I live in the Yucatan. There's a storm here. All right, so, you know, how many days is that? Well, basically, it's each color is almost a day and a half. So it's like, let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see what they see. 1 day, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, then we start widening it out because of the odds. So basically, we got 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day. So it could be 5 days out from the Yucatan. You say it. Grab a beer and try to figure that out. But it helps. It does. It does help a little bit. All right. So main operational runs. Let's take a look at these. Let's go tropical tidbits. So operational runs this year have been all over the place. It's really been frustrating. No consistency. But this is what we got for the latest Euro. And let's go to Wednesday. And let's just go to the weekend so you can kind of start to see it. All right, so here's Friday. So here's Friday's low. Here's the one behind it. So this is kind of what the NHC is marking. This is what they're thinking. This could be Friday. And there is that little bit of chance of something breaking off the 22nd. You can see it a little bit. So this little energy here Friday, little piece breaks off in the Gulf. And the latest Euro has the second wave going way north. Too soon. But that's the trend. So I guess if anything, obviously you watch the one closest to any land. It's actually almost a wave right out in front of it a little bit. I don't really know what's going on with that. So anyway, there's a little, that's actually a little separate. It could be a wave out in front, actually. So if you look at a week from next week, let's look at this. Latest Euro showing this. So it really wasn't the same thing. So that's an NHC wave number one. This is a little different. This one broke off. I don't know if it's a wave riding out in front or not, but I did see Dylan, meteorologist I follow, he posted it. So this could be a little piece breaking off. Some of the Euro ensembles here. Let's go to tropical tidbits. Some of the ensembles actually have showed that little piece next week. So let's go to next Monday. That's a long way. That's a separate one. So a week from Monday, there's a few GFS ensembles here, a few European ensembles. Next Monday, the 21st, a few. So it is separate. I was wrong. I thought it was breaking off. So there's a few European ensembles showing this next week. So that could be a new third area popping up. And you can see where the high pressure is pretty strong right here. You start to look at things like that. You start to see where the high pressure is setting up, steering currents. So this one here, number one right here, is this one right here. This one right here is number one. There's a wave out in front here that might be showing up on surface charts now, which might be the system that we, honestly, I'm stolen car brain dead right now. So if we had a system here reach here next Monday, basically, let's go back to our little trusty map here and go backwards. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ish right here. So somewhere this little guy could be that little guy. And if we look at this little guy on the surface charts, there is a wave right there. So that's the wave. That's the wave that could be here Monday in the Gulf. This wave right here. Now this is the wave that I think I posted in the Brew Crew, didn't I? That we're going to watch that wave because it came off really healthy last week. But we knew that dust was extremely strong out there like extremely thick, to the point where it's like, it's impossible. So let's stop it. So somewhere here is our wave right here. We have no idea, because look at that sow. I mean, that is the most highest concentration you'll ever see on this map. So impossible for any development right now with anything because of this dust. But like I said, some of the models now, they're, people will share in them. The GFS model, even though we don't talk about it too much, but the GFS was showing next Monday a developing system. I don't know if it was 18Z. There's one of them. That's even a different one. You can see a little bump right here. Long range, it's showing another one, but that's 100% fantasy land for GFS. I thought it was showing it. Maybe it didn't even show it. I don't know. 25th. A little bump there. You can see it. Little discoloration showing the rains right here. So this is next Monday. This little blob right here. So anyway, long range next Monday. We could see a little something trying to pass through and get pulled up into the Gulf of Mexico. Long range, though, we look at high pressure systems and see if high pressure is going to back down at all. Here's tomorrow. There's our high, but we got that front coming. I'm going to talk about that front here in a second. There is a front coming down. It's not really showing up, actually, if you think about it. Here, you can see it. Here's next Monday. There's really not pressure starting to retreat a little bit, maybe 10, 12. So yeah, there's a little bump right here. So man, a little less high pressure system next Monday. This front's coming down, so let's talk about that real quick. Long range or other maps. Let's look at this real quick. So today we got storms expected to develop. We got a big blob of storms currently on satellite. You can kind of catch it on this satellite imagery across Tennessee. But this area of storms basically is going to keep rolling eastward. And today we got a Storm Prediction Center outlook showing quite a bit of area across the mid-Atlantic towards the East Coast today with storms. Tornado outlook even, they just added that. So anybody there north of Virginia, I was going to say north of Richmond. That's that song. Brown is sometimes tornado watch. Wind, hail. So big storms today. Tomorrow, we got a lot of people watching on the East Coast, right? So there you go. Tomorrow we're going to have to watch out for Carolina North a little bit there. No tornado things showing yet there, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. So the storms are going to expected tomorrow for Tuesday, Wednesday, and nothing really going on. Day 4 through 8, we got nothing showing up. So there's that. Flood potential today, we got rain. Let me show you real quick. We do have rain potential today. Heavy rain, nothing too big other than yellow. Here's tomorrow. But let me show you what's going on Wednesday. Look at that. Parts of Florida in the green. And that's because we got this coming. Rains. Pulling up. I already showed a bunch of maps, but let's take a look at rain totals. And it is still on tap. Then we'll look at some surface charts. So let's take a look at Florida rains real quick. So we do have high probability that, watch this. This is Wednesday. All of a sudden, boom. Boom. That's Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Boom. Red. Red alert. That's 3 inches, man. Some of these places that need it so bad, still looking. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, tropical wave gets pulled up, and look at that. Lots of juice. Those are inches. 3 inches. 4 inches. So look at heat, though, the next couple days. I'm never seen so many heat warnings consecutively across the South like we're seeing lately. Unheard of heat. High pressure, man, it's just blocked everything. All the storms this year has been here doing that, right? Because we have a high pressure block everything. Heat. Fronts aren't making their way down. Jet stream's way up here. Jet stream's down here. So that's been the story of the year, and it's hot. We know that. But, big but, is this. Day 1, day 7. Let me show you what's going on. So we got a frontal line coming down. Bob Barker, come on down. Let's look at this. Here's Tuesday. Look at that. Tomorrow, I spy 70s in Tennessee, 60s around the Great Lakes. These are high temperatures. Look at Wednesday. Boom! That frontal line makes it all the way to the tip of the Florida Panhandle down through Mississippi, Louisiana, Bama, there, Texas. Look at that. Heavy rain out in front of it. That's Florida for you, Wednesday. But look at that frontal line. Woo-wee. And it is going to stop. But look at all that green, man, on Thursday. Tropical juice. So if we got any wave over the weekend that's trying to come up, this is going to help pull it up. High pressure will be blocking it, and we'll see if we get anything. Here's Friday. Frontal line dissolving a little bit. And Saturday, still lingering a little bit. There's high coming back into play. Maybe so. Then here's Monday. There's that blob. Is that coming in on the radar already? Wow, man. Maybe. Look at this. Here's this. Look at this. So watch this area right here. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So they're kind of teasing the idea of a little tropical juice here coming up through the bottom of the Gulf here. No, nothing's showing yet here, but definitely maybe something to watch early part of next week in the Gulf. But before we get there, we got some more heat. This is a new hazardous heat outlook, 814 to 816. So that means hazardous heat for the whole state of Florida. Lower Georgia, 814 to 16. Hazardous heat for today through the Carolinas. That's because that front starts to inch in. So 1 or 2 more days of bad heat across the southeast minus Florida. And then we got hazardous heat, of course, matching Florida down in Texas and whatnot. So temperatures, let's see. So we were looking at Wednesday, Thursday next week, and it looked like we were going to get some 60s maybe across the southeast. So let's take a look at that. See if they're still coming. Oh, all right, so look at Wednesday. Oh, 70. 70. That means some of y'all in the rural areas, now I'm really showing my accent, rural areas are going to be in the 60s. That is Wednesday morning. 60s reaching possibly the Gulf of Mexico. Thursday, the same. So that's that. Let's look at the Euro temps. Let's see if the Euro is excited about 60s. Not as much. Low 70s, though. And then on Thursday, low 70s, 71, 72. So really close. Really close. Canadian's usually pretty aggressive. Oh, yeah, 68 Thursday. But 70. So, hey, Thursday might be the cooler day. We could, I'm telling you, 60s down in New Orleans. Bonafide cold front coming. We will see. Hey, I had a new link, Shelly. I do it for you every day. Greg Montgomery's back. Oh my God, Greg Montgomery. What are you doing, brother? Did you hear about me and Jason's big adventures this week? We found a really cool dueling piano bar. Anybody in Clearwater ever been to a place called the Nash? It was really fun, downtown Clearwater. It was amazing. Jeffrey got a new grandson. Congratulations, Jeffrey. That's awesome. We do not have grandkids yet. I don't know if I really want any. Oh, my friends and family. Yeah, we had a good time. So how many Furman fans out there? I saw one on a baseball trailer yesterday. It was exciting because it was in the tailgate. I'm like, hey! Oh, say shameless plug here since we got our boy Greg on here. Right up top, click that link right there. 30% off, free shipping, and they have the best support of any power equipment company. They have somebody at your fingertips anytime you need them. That's why they're in every Lowe's, Costco, Badcock. Market share high up there. So, and I got my new fast shirt. Jason left me, so when we ever go to a storm after a storm, then I will be there helping people with you guys, assisting with their generators. So yep. Seriously, they have the most amazing reviews of people that have helped them if they need help with generators, which is pretty awesome. I'm gearing up my Storm Chaser truck. I got my little guy in there and my 0E. New link alert. Let me show you, Shelly, right now. It is number 10. These are my secret links up here. These are the ones I don't talk about. These are 1 through 10. If you click on 1 through 10, they're secret little links that go to Tropical pages. Number 10 is a new Euro page. So I've been seeing this shared on X a lot, formerly known as Twitter. It is a new Euro blend of experimental AI modeling. And you got to play around a little bit. But if you've seen it shared, there it is. And I'm not going to go through it all right now because it uses up a lot of bandwidth. But it's a brand new Euro experimental tropical tool. And I think it's pretty good. So far, it's looked pretty good this year. It seems like it's blending things a little better, possibly, than the overall look at Euros. It actually draws out. So go to your medium 15 days. Go to, there's your ensemble forecast. There's so many things to click on here. But you can have some fun with it. There's a lot of links to play around with. A lot. Oh, it's a new one. What's this? I told you, man. I just started playing with it. No, it's not there. But these are areas. Ooh. Genesis. Let's see what this looks like. This is new. Ooh. All right, let's go to Atlantic Ocean. Drum roll. Atlantic Ocean. Oh, I moved the old Secret 7. Shelly, was that Zoom? It might have been the Zoom link. Was that the Zoom link? Because I had it on the bottom, so I figured I don't know. Figured we didn't need to here we go. This is their blend. Let's stop it. Let's see. Stop it. So I'm still learning how to use it. Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit right here. How do I get it bigger, though? Stuck on global. Atlantic Ocean doesn't want to pop up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like this map. Ooh, look at that. We'll make a deal. New map a day. A new map a day. A new map a day. But on a serious note about helping people, Greg, Jason did tell me that you guys are sending a bunch of generators out to Hawaii, Maui. I think through Costco, that area, man, they're reaching 100 deaths now, possibly, and maybe a lot more. Who knows? Everybody knows I love TikTok. The videos that people take are so raw, and you see how fast those fires, those gales. So they had gale warnings, and that means it was hurricane force winds practically blowing in. It's like no escape, man. It's like, where do you go, man? You're on an island. It's coming at you, man. People were jumping into water. Like, I don't think you realize hurricanes. We talk about hurricanes. We're talking about hurricanes that are possibly 2 weeks away. I mean, God, those type of things. It's like tornadoes and now wildfires and, geez, man, tsunamis and now natural disasters like that. Some of them you just don't have any time to escape. I couldn't even imagine, the panic of that situation. So can't even. Oh my God, Harold! So sorry to hear, man. Harold said he knew a couple. That is awful, man. Dan Betterman, good morning. Nice to meet you. Maya, yeah, unfortunately Maya's got family and friends, right? But at least Furman will be a little part of the recovery down there and helping supply generators that so badly need them. But anything else we could chit chat about? Exciting news for me is nothing really. Oh yeah, by the way, look. Oh, here's the fast team right now. Jason gave me a couple koozies. So this is from Furman. It's a Furman active support team that they actually deploy when there's a natural disaster here. They have trailers set up to help people. I had Julie added the shirt to I have a Chase Ensemble stack on the cable box in the bedroom. I have my Redneck Storm Chaser shirt and camo shorts because now I've been in 2 hurricanes with those, so that's going to be my ensemble. So now I have a second shirt added to my ensemble. Actually, I got a third. Tammy Kent gave me a nice safety vest years ago, and I have that in my truck still. So I'm gonna be like a NASCAR driver, man. I'm gonna have all our supporters and I'm gonna have Velcro. Like, I should just wear our NASCAR shirt that we had made for Daytona. That was the coolest thing ever. But anyway, this is a cool map, by the way. So it's link number 10 on the secret link chart showing you development areas. I like it. There's a lot of links on that page to learn. So I don't think I added anything else to worry about. Here's some of that high pressure flow. Watch it. See, look at that. That's all from that low pressure area spinning. So all these storms are kind of blowing along with that upper level low. Remember, this is not anything to worry about, but it is fascinating. This is an upper level low. And I love looking at these things because I really didn't start understanding weather till recently, believe it or not. I used to just show models and stuff, but now I've learned everything I wanted to learn, maybe too much. But there's our upper level low spinning, producing some storms and clouds across the Caribbean. So Ian, you're getting some, right? I saw Ian Campbell. You're getting rain in Jamaica from this upper level low. You can see it. Let's take a look at infrared satellite and see if there's any actual juice on the ground from this thing. Weathernerds.org. We'll take a look at that. Org. I love that word. Org. Take a looky here. Oh yeah, you got some rain. You got some thunder down there. Look at that. Hell yeah. Look at the Bahamas. This is all flowing in around that low. Look at that. You would think it'd be tropical. Look at that. You'd see that thing like, oh my God, it's spinning. It's so fascinating though. There's no low-level spin. You got to have low-level spin in order to, and I bet you our 815 bar is probably dark blue. I'm going to take a gamble here. Yep. Well, yeah. Almost dark blue. But there's really no vorticity showing up at all. Maybe 500 a little bit. Yeah, there's your 500 millibar. So more of a mid to upper level low down there. Nothing organizing on the surface. And it'll probably end up, obviously, just kind of ending up crashing into Central America. So. But that's it for now. Let's go long range. Let me show you what's everything's happening in a nutshell. This is kind of what the NHC is showing now. They got this little guy marked at 20%, this one at 30%. That just means development chances in the next 7 days. We do have a wave, not there actually. So right now we have a wave somewhere here. Some of the modeling is showing this 7 days from now. So we're keeping an eye on a wave that's currently right here, right now. There's a lot of dust, but some of that remnants might have a chance to develop, and some of the ensembles are starting to pick up on that. So that is not marked by the NHC. This is a third area that's interesting. And it kind of gives you a hint of what the flow is going to be. This little guy right here, though, this one's interesting because it's going to be somewhere around here Friday, Saturday. So we're going to keep an eye on this one for our friends in the Caribbean. I'm starting to see some modeling really starting to show development of this. This one's been trending a little bit more north. So right now, this second yellow one is trending more north. Now, obviously, we got people in Bermuda. But let's look at some ensembles from the Euro on Levi's site. So we go to Ensemble EPS, we go to lower members, and you'll see as we get let's just zoom in a little closer to the tropical Western Atlantic. Here you go, and there's your cluster. So we're starting to get a cluster. This is Saturday morning. You can start to see some of them develop fairly good. We go to Monday morning, and here's some of these clusters starting to pop up here in the Gulf and definitely popping up here. Some of those are pretty strong. So, timing again, this is this weekend coming up. And next Monday morning, 7 days from now, we might be talking about a little spot already nearing the Gulf somewhere. And then, so it's going to be an interesting week of watching tropics. I will say that. We definitely have something to watch. Dust is thick now, but it looks like it's lightening up just a little bit. Just enough to keep things interesting. I'm going to leave this up here while we say hi. So happy third day of school. First Monday, the kids are back. Can't believe it. Ian, there should be some lightning down there, man. I'm seeing lightning on your map. Should be lightning, man. Ben Newberry, your teacher? Well, hey, thank you, buddy, for teaching these kids, man. You guys and gals have the most thickest skin I've ever met. Okay, now an honest question. Oh, the Cajun Navy even deployed, Katie. Thank you for that. Those guys are great, and I actually met a few of them. I don't know if I can find their card. Let me see how good I am. I got these cards. I actually saved these cards. Let me see if I get lucky here. I'm not going to go through them all. It's good to have sheriff's cards. Sunbelt. This is all kinds. All right, let me see if I got Lodging Solutions. Don't forget our buddies. I'm sure they might be heading there. Hey, there's Mountain to Sea Ministries. That's our, there's TVBC Beer. We love Mr. Major. I'm trying to see. What was I looking for? I don't even remember now. What am I looking at? I don't even know what I was looking for. Oh, Cajun Navy. All right, I got one more chance. Hold on. I got one more stack because I got a card. I thought I got a card here from those guys. I know I saved it. Thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Got so many damn cards. I save them all if I ever need them. A lot of fueling trucks. Oh, it's good to know fueling trucks. Ah! No, that's Cape Coral Fire Department. It looked like a Cajun Navy signal. Huh. Oh well. I got another stack, but I'm losing interest. So anyway, I do like the Cajun Navy crew. They, oh crap! Now I'm just pissed off now. I gotta find it. I got a state senator I met one time, Department of Justice. Oh my God, I got FBI cards. Don't mess with me. Come on. Now I got pissed off. I got Daytona card. I gotta get my buddy with Daytona. I ordered Starlink. So, due to the gracious Golden Nugget. Oh, what a memory that was, right? I probably passed it. I'm flipping through these things so fast. Nope. I found it. I knew I would. Due to the gracious support of everybody, I do spend a lot of money. So I ordered Starlink because it's never a bad idea to have backup internet. And I was going to buy backup internet from my little home office here. But then I was thinking, when I go to Talladega, when I go to Alabama, when I storm chase, when I'm out of town, it's probably worth it to have good internet, which I rely on my hotspots and stuff. The problem with hotspots is they're all tied to this. Oh, here's my United Cajun Navy by the way. So you know I'm not full. There you go. So, so I'm gonna have internet. It's a good thing to have, right? Never know. Down in Ian, FiOS got cut, or not FiOS. The fiber optic got cut. Maybe FiOS was affected. I don't know who was affected, but anyway, the fiber optics going into Hurricane Ian got cut, destroyed. All cell phones lost signal instantly. So it didn't even matter. The cell phone towers had power, but the fiber optic lines got damaged, thus no internet. So it's scary to have no internet. Johnny, I have not seen updates on the seaweed plume. I thought about that the other day. So anyway, it's pretty cheap, like $1.50 a month, and it's fast. Buddy Jason said it's awesome. So it's $150 a week, Eric. You know, and I have my little 5G and 4G backup hotspots. You know, they're $50 a month. So $150. I mean, at least for what I do. And you can turn it off. That's the best thing about it is you can pay monthly. So I'll let you know how it works. But so far I've read that pretty much everybody that I know has liked it. So anyway, all right, I got a bunch of texts from Emily all worried about this car thing. It's kind of scary, man. People breaking in cars. Cool to know, Ian. All right. Well, there you go. There's weather in a nutshell. Weather in a nutshell. I'm gonna mount it on my truck. I got so excited yesterday. I got my new so I got my cooler. Shelly, remember the cooler that you had, the MDOP? I got a 12-volt cooler that the Brew crew got me on my. So when I went on an Ida chase, Shelly put together a storm chasing essential. I got a whole Amazon truck full of stuff, and probably the coolest thing was a 12-volt cooler. And I stickered it up. It's like my Johnny Cash cooler. I've been everywhere, so I enjoy it. So I got a 12-volt extension that I taped up on the back, which I can, because now my new outdoor microphone for when we storm chase is 12-volt powered. So I have that. I added a blanket from my mother-in-law. We're cleaning up Emily's house, and I thought this was so cool. This was her cup. So I'm drinking to Miss Emily, and she had a Viking blanket that she kept with her at Mies her last 6 months, and I told Julie that would make an awesome storm chasing blanket. So now I have her blanket, and then I have a pillow from Sarah. She's mad. She got so mad one day. I said, I'm going to put this pillow on my truck, Sarah, so when I go storm chasing, I can think of you. And she got mad and took it, and she replaced it with another pillow. And I'm like, no, I want this one because it's you. And we had a little fight. I was like the young one. She was like the adult of the conversation, trying to get me to take another pillow. And I'm like, no, I want your pillow. So, but yeah, man, the storm chaser's looking good. I got new tires, and we'll wait and see. Have a good day, Miss Stephanie Stokes. Hey, what's going on in Miss Panama City Beach? All right, so that's scoop. Nothing to worry about. You know, tropics are bound to wake up. I posted the graphic earlier this week. National Hurricane Center has upped their predictions for the rest of the season. I can see why. El Nino isn't really kicked in yet. Water temperatures are absolutely through the roof. Your anomaly maps are just epic. A little bit of cool down, but not anything worth going rah about. So your main development region is this hot. Should be white. White's your 30-year average. We look back at history, and we could scroll back to, let's say, 04. 04 was an El Nino year. These are 30-year averages, and if we go to this week in '04, about right now, you can kind of see in August. Now, '04 we had Charlie. But think about that with Charlie, though. That's, seriously. So here's your water anomaly map back in '04 in August. Back around when Charlie came around, the water temperatures were normal, right? Whites are pretty much, that's a 30-year average. I know people hate talking climate, but based on 30 years, 30-year averages, this is where the water temperature was been in 30 years, and 30-year averages, 2004 was pretty much normal. We fast forward to today, that's a big difference. It's 2 to 3 degrees, 4 or 5, but Did you see my TikTok video with the water temperature at Clearwater Beach? It was 96, so I did a little digging, and believe it or not, they had a water temperature there, and I think it was 2007, of 98 degrees. So I thought 96 was hot. 2007, it's actually 2005. All right. So that Clearwater Beach sensor that I did a fun little video on TikTok, and I posted it obviously all around the static images. Why is this offline all the time? It was hotter. It was hotter there in 5, 7, and 8. Not a lot hotter. It hit 95 plus the other day at what was the highest lately? It was 95 to. So anyway, it was hotter a long time ago. Not very much hotter, but it was hotter. I thought that might have been a record. I asked everybody what the heck the record was, so they actually have data down here. You can go back to look at history. So I pulled back I think records go all the way to '04, if I remember right. So I don't know, even before '01, I think it was. But anyway, it's still hot. I'm not saying it's not hot. It's real hot, but at least it wasn't a record. All right, there you go. That's it. I got nothing else to talk about. I got a lot to do. Look at the water temperatures in Corpus Christi, 78. Cooling off a little bit. David loves the TikTok. I do love the TikTok. So, all right. Cool. We'll be here tomorrow for sure. Remember, Wednesday, maybe not. I got my damn pills here. My dad's mad at me because I got away from the chalky stuff, and there's I'm taking pills for my colonoscopy, so a lot of instructions. I'm not really good at reading instructions. Open one bottle of 12. Fill the container. Swallow each tablet. Drink the entire amount of 12 tablets. And then there's dose 2 is like, I don't know. Let's see. Each tablet, well, I think there's 2 doses. I gotta take a lot of pills. Both 12 tablet. 12 and 12. So I gotta swallow 24 tablets. No drinking for 2 days too. So pills were great, Natasha. Hey, good to know. Janice, hey, thank you very much. I go off on a lot, but it is what it is. All right, we've been an hour, so I try to go about an hour. So we live tomorrow, 100%. 100% Thursday, 100% Friday. Watch for updates from me throughout the day. I will post the afternoon 12Z runs. We have a new NHC update at 2 p.m. We'll see what they say. Curious about the golf here this time next week, Monday. Maybe I'll tease that in the Brew Crew area. I usually try not to put stuff out there. I talk about it on the Daily Brew because you guys and gals are my peeps. But I don't put it in the main pages because everybody gets mad. And here's the serious question I never got to. How many saw Saturday night and I got a little rant going about someone who accused me of being political, and it was time to leave the page. So I asked for input. Should this person leave the page? And about 1,000 comments in like 10 minutes. Got kind of ugly, so I deleted it. But true story. Yesterday at the softball field, 4 people. They didn't talk weather to me. They're like, "Wow, that was pretty crazy Saturday night." I'm like, crazy. Like, it was only online for like 20 minutes. And 4 people, 2 that I know and 2 that I don't know, saw the drama. So it's the power of the internet. I know Shelly did because her phone was probably going ding, 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 ding. But I apologize to that lady if you're watching. I just get mad because my feelings sometimes get altered by TBBC beer. Anyway, there's a lot of fun stuff coming up, by the way, that Tampa Bay Brewing Company is involved with. I'll be sharing. There's a big Oktoberfest coming up here, really big. There's a big beer fest that they put on. Massive beer fest in Oldsmar. I'll have to share. There's going to be dozens of beer breweries from around the whole United States. So I'm going to be sharing that. I'll be at that. A lot of fun. They do a lot of stuff here locally. So that'll be something to look forward to. And, Spirit Halloween emails give you sign of hope that we're one day closer to Halloween. But unfortunately, there's been a lot of Halloween hurricanes. So the season is not over because of Halloween. Remember that. Sometimes it's just begun. So season is always heavily active toward the end, it seems like, with one big one. And that's usually the end of the season. But we don't want that one big one. But with the waters the way they are, yeah, I'm a little worried. So, all right, we will go at this again tomorrow. Same time, same place. We've been streaming 919 now for over 5 years. Set your Alexa. All right. See ya. Bye-bye.